My name is Riley Hines, and this is the audience for my speech today.
I'm Diego.
Brandon.
Andrew.
Haley.
I'm Caleb.
So chances are you either currently vape, are trying to quit vaping, or you know someone who is. Vaping is a widespread dilemma in people of our generation. It's over the last few years, it's skyrocketed in popularity. So, the affected ages range from junior high level all the way to senior citizens. And e-cigarettes are not harmless and healthy, contrary to what many believe. The purpose of this speech is to persuade my audience that e-cigarettes negatively affect the human body. And I'm credible to speak to you on this topic because I've seen firsthand the effects of vaping among people of my generation, along with plenty of research in putting together this speech. My topics include: vaping is highly addictive and causes widespread nicotine addiction, vaping is harmful to the body, and the long-term effects of vaping are unknown. So for my first main point, vaping is highly addictive and causes widespread nicotine addiction. Nicotine, the primary substance in most vapes, is extremely addictive and it can quickly cause users to have withdrawals when they aren't vaping frequently. So the more you vape, the more addicted you become, the more nicotine you need in a shorter time span. So it just becomes worse and worse as time goes on. Symptoms of this include anxiety, lack of focus, and depression. E-cigarettes have also proven to alter the mood of users by causing mood swings, and that's according to teen.smokefree.gov. Not only does vaping have some harmful side effects, but the addiction rate has shot up in past years. In a study conducted by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in 2019, it was found that high school kids made up 39% of heavy users, which are those who vape 20 or more days per month, and 4% were junior high students. So that's an even bigger problem in itself. So for my second main point, vaping is extremely harmful to the human body. E-cigarettes have a long list of health problems associated with them. This includes brain damage, lung damage, organ damage, and eye, nose, and throat irritation. There's even been multiple cases of batteries exploding in people's faces and destroying their face. There's a huge misconception that vaping is harmless since there's no tobacco involved. But the problem is the 30 plus chemicals included in each vape, which over time is extremely toxic to your body. But a lot of the popularity with vapes is because it's extremely convenient and it's supposedly less healthy or healthier than cigarettes. I think if more people understood the damage they're causing themselves, the number of users would significantly decrease. But it's just an unknown topic that vapes are also extremely harmful. For my third main point, the long-term effects of vaping are unknown. So while the present time effects of vaping are bad enough, they may be the least of our worries. The scariest thing about e-cigarettes is that the long-term effects are unproven. Think about cigarettes in the past. Cigarettes used to be a part of every household in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And then it wasn't until later on people started coming down with health problems and cancers. And I fear that it'll be the same way with vaping in the future. According to Dr. Jason J. Rose of the University of Maryland School of Medicine, the long-term risks of e-cigarettes are unknown and might not be visible for decades to come. What is equally concerning is that studies show that some youth who use e-cigarettes go on to use other tobacco products and even hard drugs. So in conclusion, I hope now that you feel you've learned more about e-cigarettes and maybe even your perspective has changed on the subject. Once again, my main points were: vaping is highly addictive and causes widespread nicotine addiction, vaping is extremely harmful to the human body, and the long-term effects of vaping are unknown. The purpose of this speech was to persuade you that e-cigarettes negatively affect the health of users, and I hope I was successful in doing so. So once again, my audience was
Diego.
Brandon.
Andrew.
Haley.
And Caleb.
how long was it?